Not everything has to have a meaning.
No.
This ain't Lost. Anyway. Hello.
I've never watched Lost, but I do understand that reference.
Welcome back to Inaudible, the podcast that's impossible to listen to. My name's Christian. With me is Ozzy. Say hello, Ozzy.
Oh, hello. Yes.
And also Richard. Say hello, Richard.
Hello, Richard.
Thank you both. How is everyone?
Yeah, not too bad. You know.
Same.
How was
same.
your lung, Oz?
Yeah, no. Since last week, exactly the same. Back to normal. Bit sore, but I think that's just more where they had a hole.
Where they tried to assimilate you.
Tried to suck you up one bit at a time.
One atom at a time.
Well, technically, draining the air that was in my chest, which was causing the lung to be compressed.
Did you ever worry that one moment you'd turn around and look at the end of the tube and there'd be that lady from Smith & Jones with a straw at the end of it?
Oh, look, I brought a straw.
Whatever
The slabs were weird.
The nurse from Curse of Fenric.
I haven't seen that.
I have, but you'll have to remind me. Did she have a straw?
I thought it was the same actress because we joked about it when we watched it.
Oh, I think it was.
Yeah.
Yes.
Gordon Bennett.
Okay. No.
They suck your brain out as well.
Well, yeah, that was.
No, that's sirens. Brain out through a straw.
Sirens. Brain out through it.
Oh, what are you doing? Get that straw out of my ear!
Sirens. That's an audio book, isn't it?
It's a Red Dwarf episode, first one of Series 6.
Okay. I think there is a Doctor Who audiobook called Sirens.
Oh,
Probably
Sirens
very
with a
different
P?
content.
That's the sound of Googling.
I'm having, yeah.
Hardcore Googling action.
Oh no, Sirens of Time. Ignore me. I remember because it was a free Doctor audio.
Oh. As in John Pertwee or 3 different doctors?
No, 3 different ones.
Oh,
Five,
which
six-
ones?
5, 6, and
Like
7.
1, 7, and 5.
1, 7, and 5.
Yeah,
I'd
no.
watch that. Makes about as much sense as 2 and 6.
Yeah.
Well, they have done audiobooks which feature some of the first 3 Doctors, but they've just taken their audio and spliced it up to make it new audio.
Oh, that's clever. I like that.
Is it like
I
in The
want a
Simpsons?
10 and 3. That'd be interesting.
You both
3
spoke at the exact
3
same
and
time then.
10 Oh, that's what you just said, yeah. 10 and 3 adventure would be good. Capaldi and Pertwee.
Yeah, the 2
Pertwee
fluffy
and
white haired
Tennant.
people.
Sorry, yeah. I'm thinking of Series 10. Beg your pardon.
I got.
We
I
try
got
not to
what
think
you
about
meant.
Series 10.
I got what.
What?
Yeah.
Why? No, Series 10 was alright.
What?
We try not
Which
to
one was
think about
Series 10?
Series 11.
Yeah.
Which one was Series 10?
Capaldi's
Capaldi's
last one.
last.
Oh, yeah, no, that was good. Yeah. Yeah.
Speaking of which, I've been watching people's reactions on YouTube. It's the one reaction I will allow is Doctor Who reactions because it's a nice trip down memory lane.
But what about the reactions on TS reactions, which also feature you, Christian?
Yes, of course, I watch all of them
Yes,
religiously.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
enjoy
But he
them.
doesn't count those because he's in them, therefore. Right.
I'd forgotten because I didn't really like Moffat's writing and stuff when Matt Smith started, but then he got really good at the end. And honestly, I'd forgotten how good an actor Matt Smith was at the end of his run, because he's like an old man, but in a young man's yeah.
Smith was never the problem. It was just Moffat.
That's the thing. All the actors have been excellent.
Yeah,
It's always
well-
the stories that let them down.
Not.
It's looking at you, Capaldi's first series.
I mean, Whittaker.
Yeah, that's where I went with the well.
Yeah,
What? She's all right.
she's all right.
All right, yeah.
She's only had one series.
Unfortunately, it was a
Give her a
shit
chance.
series.
Christopher Eccleston only had one series, and he's heads and tails above her.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he had good episodes.
There we go. He had this one series with good episodes. Don't you get what I mean? There's something wrong.
Better writer as well.
Yeah. Well, I'm still not 100% sold on Whittaker, the actress, either. But
No?
no, she's again all right. But I've never been blown away by her.
You have to qualify it with the fact that maybe if if Russell the Davis had been writing for her,
Yeah,
she might have been.
maybe.
But that's an if, buts, and maybes, isn't it? We don't know.
Yeah, that didn't happen. It's
Yeah.
probably not going to happen, so we can't really
Happen.
compare it. Yeah.
Thing is, what do you think would happen if you had Whittaker reading Eccleston's lines?
Would it have been...
So, like, the exact same episode, say like the Doctor Dances and that two-parter. If we had Whittaker doing those two episodes exactly verbatim,
Another
with her
thing
acting
about
style,
Series 1, though, is that better writers than Series 11.
Yeah. I mean,
Just in a general, the Russell T Davies era was kind of better than this one.
yeah.
yeah, it was, because Chimble's,
Yeah.
he's not a showrunner.
No.
No, he's not really an episode writer either.
No.
He has a few odd, decent-ish things.
There were
but-
so many missed opportunities in that series.
Yeah.
So many.
Yeah.
Well, we got a year off. And I'm using that year to catch up on classic Doctor Who.
Oh, have you gotten any further?
Yes.
Okay.
So last weekend I watched The Keys of Marinus.
Okay.
Well, okay. So I think this is a problem with classic Doctor Who in general.
Too long?
And and especially Terry Nation, is that you could kind of miss out the middle couple of episodes, and I don't think it would have made a difference.
That happens a lot with multi-parters.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Wait till you get to the Sensorites.
Oh my god, that's the next one. But yeah, so with Keys of Marinus, I thought it was a great premise and everything. I kind of got bored in the middle, and then when it got to the climax, I was interested again.
Yeah.
It was an okay story. Not
So,
amazing.
do you think that, given time being infinite and effort being infinite, would you be able to edit it down into, say, 2 episodes?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Probably. Well, you don't, because, like, the Doctor just sort of disappears for a bit, so you could always edit around that, and then he just sort of pops back in the final one to save Ian's ass.
A good example of how you would be able to do that with Classic Who is the 2 movies with Peter Cushing, which took multi-part stories and reduced them to feature length, which is still maybe 2
He did
hours.
2 movies?
Yeah, he did Dalek Invasion Earth 2150 or something. I think that was the date.
I never knew that.
The 2 the second one had Bernard Cribbins as the companion.
That's right. Forgot about that.
He was playing a police officer, and then he came back as Wilf, the best companion of modern Who. Him and Donna,
I'll be damned.
the nobles.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But then following up, I watched the Aztecs as well after Keys of Marinus.
Aztecs was pretty good. Yeah.
I think that's my favourite one so far.
Finally gave Barbara a bit to do.
Yeah, Barbara had a bit to do. I really, I'm starting to understand the meme of they should have called the show Ian.
Yeah.
Because he was like all action in this one, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He basically has to fight an Aztec, and it's great. It's great. It had everything. It had a love story. The Doctor gets enamored with some Aztec lady and makes her hot chocolate.
Yeah, and what's this about the Doctor never falling in love before the classic or before the modern days? Jog on, he was trying to get his rocks off from the first Doctor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good. And definitely the one thing this applies to Keys of Marinus as well as the Aztecs is you can definitely see they're more like a little family now as well.
You see, it's a slow build, yeah.
Yeah. What else was good about the Aztecs? Oh, the costumes were awesome. I'm a big fan of that period of history anyway. So it was really cool just visually. I wish it was in colour though.
I will say one thing is that the fight scenes were a little bit too kind of choreographed.
Oh yeah, I see what you mean, yeah.
Or the first one at least. And like the fact that the only music they had over the fight scenes was just kind of a repetitive drumming.
Yeah.
Which I kind of get because it's of the time, but we're not watching it in Aztec's era. We could have had a bit more music.
Yeah. But no, I did read afterwards as well that apparently the guy who wrote this story was also like an Aztec fan, so he made sure everything was historically accurate, which I think is why it looks so cool. Because it's not just people walking around with feathers on their heads and nothing else. But yeah, no, it was just a good story. I think it's just a good story.
No, yeah,
you
I
had the
agree.
political intrigue as well. It's weird, like that one and the Unearthly Child serial both had that intrigue, drama element to them, and that made them much better. Which is weird for a sci-fi series. I'm enjoying more just the historical, political stuff. It's odd.
Classic Who was better at the historical ones because they didn't have the budget for good sci-fi. Nowadays they put all their budget into good sci-fi, so the historical ones are kind of sort of just mixed. Not necessarily shit, but just half the time they've always got some kind of sci-fi element mixed in to keep them going.
Yeah.
You can't just have a pure historical, which the Aztecs literally was.
Or if they do have a historical, it's basically just a docudrama rather than just an original story. Which we've spoken about that before. But yeah, so
well, no, because Rosa had sci-fi elements in it.
Yeah, but they were just there.
Lightning coming in.
Yeah, but you could have taken that out and it would have made any difference.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Still haven't watched it.
Yeah,
Not as much. But yeah, so then this weekend, then hopefully I should have an update for you on the next podcast on the Censorites and the Reign of Terror.
Ooh.
Which would be another historical, so I'll be interested to see that one. About the French Revolution.
Yeah, like Aztecs, I think the only thing I can think of was the fight scenes letting it down. I really can't think of anything else. Even the hammy acting kind of works because of the time.
Yeah.
You know, ancient Aztecs not very good at acting.
That's true, yes.
No,
Medieval
so,
Aztecs.
Star Trek had the fight scenes pretty decent, even though it was still 60s fight scenes.
We haven't got to that bit yet.
No, but I just like... I think it was in the first one I edit. It was, Man Trap. Spock just runs in and just decks the woman with both hands.
That's right, yeah.
Fucking the 60s.
Yeah.
What a different time you were.
I'm enjoying classic Star Trek as well. TOS.
Yeah?
Oh, well, if you're free this weekend, we can do more.
Nah, I ain't doing anything this weekend.
Nah. Cool.
I'm really enjoying it. Do you want to do it? Nah.
That sums you up in a fucking nutshell.
No, it doesn't.
It does.
You're on a fucking talk, you fucking piece of shit. Unfortunately, that slightly too enthusiastic quote joke end quote didn't go down too well. So let's just skip ahead a bit and join in later on. Someone reckons they've leaked one of the legendaries for the new games.
Oh right, put it in the thing.
It is almost certainly a fake.
A fake.
Because there's already been
Why does it actually look good?
Nah. No, actually, there's already been a leak of. Have you seen the little like peanut dragonfly thing?
No.
I can't find it now. There we are.
What the fuck is that?
Bug dragon type, but that's fake. It's fake. It's not real.
Right. I just noticed.
Oh, aye.
Pikachu movie comes out May 10th.
10th of May is that?
Yeah, 10th May.
4 days after my birthday.
Oh,
You guys want to go see it?
I won't mind that. Can you get us free ticket? Oh.
Wow, dick move, bro. Dick move.
that's my name. Dick move, bro.
I reckon it could be quite fun. Pull it to shit. Pull it to shreds.
Pull it to shit. Oh shit.
Yeah, pull it to shit.
Speaking of shit, that reminds me.
Oh god, it's going to be about your diuretic poo again.
No. Even better.
It's not a very high bar, not gonna lie.
So, someone I work with was telling me about one of her friends at her work.
And their diuretic shit.
They had a mass email sent round everyone at their work saying about how can whoever is wrapping their shit up in a toilet roll and stuffing it around the back of the toilet, stop doing it. And the management sent out an email saying, whoever this is will be out the door, basically.
Does the flush not work?
Well, I have no idea. I have no idea what's going on with that.
That's,
Okay.
So then she's promised follow-ups, if you pardon the phrase. So she had a follow-up for me today, as it were, which was, there's now been another shit left. But this time...
Where was it now?
Not stuffed behind the bowl. I didn't get details as to whether it was still in the cubicle or what have you, but it was just on top of like a nest of loo roll. Just on top of it, out in the open. It's like in direct response to this threat.
What
Now
the
you see-
actual fuck?
I'm sure the company would have enough money to be able to actually get that DNA tested. If they're-
When you have
if
to
they're
swab
that
everyone's
serious.
anus.
Maybe. Unless you're like already on the system.
You have to
I
be.
don't
You have
know.
to already be a criminal to
Yeah.
be on the system.
Why would
Yeah.
you be on that system of like
The
arse
poo
bandits?
system.
Why would you be shitting and then just leaving it in the open?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the thing is, do you
If you do that, you deserve to be on that system.
scoop it out?
Cistern.
Hey,
Oh.
do you scoop it out of the bowl, or do you catch it as it comes out? Or this is what my work colleague thinks. Do you trap loo roll under the toilet seat to make like a hammock to catch it on the way down, and then lift it up and fold it up?
I'm gonna guess they do it on top, because if they scooped it out, the toilet paper it was on top of would be wet,
That's true.
and depending on how big it is, toilet paper would have probably broke if it was a hammock
Yeah.
because it has
Ooh.
the
Yes.
like slits along for easy rippage.
I like how you assume they're actually doing it into the bowl instead of just closing the lid, doing it onto paper towel on top.
Oh,
That was
yeah.
option number 2. Yeah,
It could just
Oh,
be.
was it? That was my theory.
They could just be squatting on the.
Squatting on the seat and then doing it onto the paper and then. Why the fuck are we even discussing
This
this?
is important, Richard.
Sorry.
Ah, here we go. I found it. Anyway, we're back to Pokemon now.
That's not getting cut, is it?
No, it's a good story.
It looks like a cross between Lugia and Dragonlance.
Yes. Never
it
ending
actually-
story.
it reminds me of a Digimon.
Yeah, all new Pokemon look like Digimon
What,
now,
is it
don't
really
they?
under-designed and shit?
What? No, over-designed. Over-designed.
You usually find Pokemon are a lot more under-designed than Digimon. Digimon are basically Pokemon with a lot of guns and mechanical bits
Yeah.
added on.
You filing your nails?
No, I was doing a 3D printed thing. Do you really think if I was filing my nails, it would sound like this?
Yeah, that's what filing your nails sounds like. Hang on, look, I'll do mine.
Don't do it that quickly, you heathen!
Hang on.
More to the point, I'm using 100 grit sandpaper. I don't think I'd be using that on my nails.
I don't know how fine that is, or non-fine.
The higher the grit, the more little bubbles there are in each inch.
Do they use the same scale as whetstones? Because I've got like a 5,000 whetstone, and that's basically smooth.
You know, I honestly don't know.
No, they must do, because the Kiwami Japan channel I watch, who makes knives out of things, uses sandpaper sometimes as well, and that has a number. Yeah, it must do.
Kiwami means awesome.
It is awesome.
That's yeah, I know. Yeah.
It's a fucking incredible channel. I'd recommend it, and it's
No,
one.
as in Kiwami literally means awesome.
Yeah, I know what you meant.
sorry.
I'd recommend the channel. It's one that it's worth watching, kind of from when he starts doing the knife stuff, because he made like loads of random stuff beforehand. But then the knife thing has
What does he actually do?
He takes, so for example, it started off with him taking a really cheap knife and sharpening it on a hugely expensive whetstone and seeing how good a quality he could make this like $1 knife, right? And then it kind of escalated to him making knives out of household objects, or bits of hard wood, bits of conch shell. But then he's the it's really hard to explain. He'll end up like, there was one bit where he was taking cling film out of the cling film box, and he doesn't speak. All you see are his hands. But he's got such expressive hands, and he's getting frustrated at how difficult it is to tear the cling film. So there's this whole 5-minute segue of him making this wire frame to put inside the cling film box to make it easier to tear off. It's this that kind of thing, and like he'll melt stuff down and like reforge it and stuff like that, but he does it all on like a little portable stove and things like that. It's honestly, it's amazing.
Then if it goes wrong, he just pours some gold food colouring in and then chucks it over someone's head.
Yeah. And he always tests the knife by cutting a cucumber and see how thinly you can slice it. And there's kind of this running gag of cucumbers randomly appearing in his house. And you never see it coming, and suddenly there's a cucumber. It's amazing. I love it. I recommend that channel until
That's
the
hilarious.
end of the
Link
world.
it in the chat, please. Oh, sorry. Speaking of things with hands and only ever seeing hands, guess what I did yesterday?
Did you look
Cut
at your hands?
off.
Those assholes.
He's been caught stealing.
I think mine was a little darker. Christian went with, they're just looking at them. No, just cut them off.
You can bind it together so when our hand gets cut off and I'm just like, I Jamie Lannistered myself.
How could this happen
to me?
You got caught looking at someone inappropriately, so they cut your hands off.
Yeah, that's how it works.
That works.
Look with your eyes, not with your hands. Wait.
Ooh.
Wait, that is
On a
right.
scale of Jamie Lannister to Luke Skywalker, how well do you deal with losing your hand? On a scale of Jamie Lannister to Luke Skywalker, how well do you deal with the fact that your nephew's an idiot?
On the scale of Jamie Lannister to Luke Skywalker, how much do you love your sister? Actually, that's not a great scale, is it?
Does anyone out there have a skill that I'd actually know about?
Well, let's explain it for the
Right
audience at home.
into...
Luke Skywalker, obviously his sister is Leia, who
I
and then
understand the
spoilers.
Star Wars end.
and yes, and then he snogs her, doesn't he? Jamie,
She snogs him.
true. Jamie Lannister.
Lip was on lip action involved.
Yeah. Jamie Lannister in Game of Thrones has an incestuous relationship with his twin sister
Okay.
and
There
several
is-
children.
Literally,
kind of spoilers as well.
Hold on, what?
Yeah,
That took a much darker turn.
Game of
That
Thrones.
was
And
Yeah.
so in the official kingdom of Game of Thrones, Jamie Lannister is the uncle of Joffrey, who is an insane bastard.
He's the heir to the
Literally.
throne and secretly his son.
That's the one
fucking
name
insane.
of Game of Thrones I at least have heard.
Oh, Ozzy,
Joffrey.
we need to react to Game of Thrones. This has to happen. Make it so.
Maybe. Maybe if we can get to the point where Make It So becomes a thing, we might get to Game of Thrones.
This is our
Hint,
trait.
hint.
This is our deal, is it?
Yeah.
What?
Get to the episodes of Star Trek I'm looking forward
Yeah.
to, and then watch some bollocks you want to watch.
Wow.
to be
No,
There is bollocks, but that's not the point.
to be fair, everything from season 5 onwards, I'd kind of agree.
you'd what? Sorry, you
I'd
cut out a bit for me.
I'd kind of agree. Is what I said.
Oh, okay.
Game of Thrones.
Yeah. It gets.
I'm
I
guessing.
think.
Let's be honest.
Yeah.
It gets worse and worse.
I mean, the end of the last season can easily be described as a Dungeons and Dragons session that's running long, and they just need to get everyone together so that somebody
Yeah.
can go home.
Yeah.
They kind of hit their series 11 then.
Yeah.
In a way, the writing is average at best.
Well, what happened is they are adapting a complex and
And then they got
character-
diverged from the books or something.
Well,
didn't they?
it's a complex and character-driven book series that isn't finished, so they overtook it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
The last book came out in 2012.
So they're kind of just winging it at this point.
And I know
Well, it's
this sounds really kind of snobby, but because it became so popular, it became more pop
About the
culture.
action.
Yeah, rather than
Yeah.
what it's meant to be. So
Okay.
However, the action is fucking incredible.
yeah, the spectacle has got much better as it's gone on. Field of
Like-
Firebark 2.
I tried watching it at one point, and it just wasn't all that I'd heard. I think it was maybe overhyped to me or something. So
It's a slow burn. The early seasons are a very slow burn.
I think once you get used to the characters and spoilers, some of them are killed in horrible ways. it grips you a bit more.
this is something I know of the series in general,
Yeah.
that people die a lot.
Yeah.
I at least know that. I don't know who, what, where, when, and why. I just know that it happens.
Because the idea is, it's like in history, the nice guys will generally lose because the bad guys use.
Dick them over, basically. Yeah.
It's kind of like that, based in history in that sense, even though it's fantasy.
Okay. It's like the Torchwood of the fantasy world, where all the characters are kind of dicks in some way.
Yeah.
And it never ends good. That's how I sort of sum Torchwood and Sarah Jane and Doctor Who. Doctor Who's the midway point.
Everyone's a dick in Sarah Jane.
Everything ends happily in Sarah Jane. It's
Yeah.
all hope and stuff. But then in Torchwood, everything seems to be no hope. Everyone dies. The worst of humanity. That's
Yeah.
yeah. It's like Sarah Jane's the best of humanity, Torchwood is the worst, and Doctor Who's that midway point where you see the best and the worst.
Are you saying Jack's the worst of humanity?
Yeah.
In Torchwood, in Torchwood, kind of. He's not quite the character he was in Doctor Who, but he's still lovable as all heck.
The Doctor's a good influence
It was
on him.
written by Chinball.
Yeah. Until Children
anyway,
of But
True. But anyway, the thing that I was doing the other day, I recorded a video.
Oh, the Lego shit.
Yeah.
Wait, have you uploaded it?
Not yet.
Okay.
I'm in the process of editing it.
You've not gone any further than you have before, basically. You always seem to be good at recording stuff. It's just actually getting it up that seems to be the problem.
Wow.
Are you saying I'm good at getting things started, but getting up and finishing is the hard bit?
It seems that way with editing, at least.
Yeah. Yeah, but
I mean, you don't even seem good at starting a Dungeons and Dragons, but sorry, what? I can't help it.
Damn.
So, neither of you have. Neither of you. I got to my fourth episode. I may not have edited the second two, but I've edited 2 and helmed 4. So I've got the biggest track record of the three of us, between the three of us.
I'm going to say something now. One thing you need to understand about my character is the more you tell me to do something, the less likely I will be to do it. Just let me get on with it in my own time.
I gave up on your one anyway. Honestly, I've not been that excited for the tip one.
Well, anyway.
On that glorious bombshell, I'm guessing it's time to end.
Yeah, that's it. It's finished.
Yeah.
So, thanks for listening, everyone. If you enjoyed this shower of shite, why not subscribe and send us money and all that shit?
Do you mean a shower of shite? Shower of height.
Yeah, yes. And subscribe,
Well,
follow
you
on
wouldn't
Twitch.
be sending us anything. You'd be sending Christian everything.
I know,
Where's our cut? I just opened up the videos tab and it came up with a pop-up box saying, click to go deep.
That's going on the end.